What's up, everybody? This is Gary Holt from Exodus and formerly from Slayer, and you're listening to The Razor's Edge.
Welcome back to The Razor's Edge. My name is Chris. Here on the last day of ArcTangent, I'm joined by the monstrously heavy Burner. What was your name again, buddy?
Harry.
Harry, lovely to meet you, man. Lovely to meet you. Thank you so much for joining me. How are you doing?
Real good. The set was a real surprise, I think, in a lot of ways. We wanted this to be a good one. We've always wanted to play ArcTangent. And for us, it felt like, we really wanted to make the most of it, and everyone came through. We were worried a little bit because there was a pretty dreadful clash with the with the Callous Cowboys, but that tent was pretty busy, and I'm very happy to see that. Everybody seemed to really get into it, so yeah, it was good.
Yeah, cool. So obviously it's a little bit after your set, but I know we just alluded to it there, but how do you guys feel it went? I caught a bit of Callous Cowboys and then ran over to catch you guys. Both tents were just heaving with people, but how did you feel your set went?
Yeah, I mean, it was real good. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Like, you practice, and you kind of like get into the groove of what you're doing, like, but I think this one was special. It really felt like all of four of us were like pulling out the stops, trying to give it as much beans as we could. As many beans as we could. And trust me, many beans were spent, and the energy was up, and it just really felt good. It was great to be there and surrounded by a lot of our friends, and yeah, the atmosphere was just great. What can I say? I mean, just everything we would want out of a festival set, I think, to be honest.
Yeah, you definitely had some of the most brutal pits I've seen of the entire weekend. I know this kind of a festival, it's quite eclectic. It's a bit of prog, a bit of math, a bit of what have you. You guys brought the full-on fucking furious heavy metal. Did you see a lot of crazy shit going on in the crowd?
Yeah, a fair amount. It was kind of weird. I mean, you never really know. Like, I think right in the beginning, I'm not sure everybody knows who we are. I think we're still relatively, I think we're on some people's radars, but not everybody, so it's kind of like you're really trying to win people over. But it was a pleasant surprise, I think, to see the pit kind of open up almost immediately, and people were getting really busy, which is great to see. I mean, what can I say? Yeah, everyone getting into it. It's difficult to always know what to ask for. You try to feel things out. But as I say, I think people really got into it, and by the end, I think we definitely won everybody over. I saw circle pits, I saw people windmilling at the whole lot. It was good.
Have you guys been around all weekend or just for today?
We were here yesterday on the Friday, because on Thursday night we were in Nottingham playing with Car Bomb in
Car Bomb.
Yeah, at Rock City, and everybody saw them yesterday, and they were, I'm sure, as amazing as they were when we played with them. Incredible band, and they contribute a lot to the kind of sound that we have as well.
Yeah, for sure. Who've been like your highlights this weekend?
We Lost the Sea yesterday.
Brilliant.
They were amazing. I saw a bit of Low as well just before we performed. Carnival were great.
Of course.
I saw a bit of Ghost as well. That was mad. And there's got to be somebody else. I can't think. It was good. We've seen lots of bits and pieces all over the week, and I think one thing that's been very pleasant for us has been able to kind of go from stage to stage to stage, and just you get a bit of everything, and you can really taste that kind of, as you said, the eclectic kind of nature of the festival. So every act that we've seen has been great, which is a testament to the quality of the booking this year.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm pretty sure I've seen you guys a few times over the years. It's like a name I've seen crop up. But whenever I do see you guys live, you know how to knock my fucking teeth out, because you guys are so fucking heavy. Not literally though, obviously. So I've always described you guys sort of a mix of deathcore, hardcore, atmospheric, but how would you go about describing what you guys sound like?
It's really difficult. As you know, it's quite hard. I mean, I think there's a fundamental thing at, like, what's the front of the sound? Well, it's like death metal mixed with some hardcore elements, but there's techie bits, and there's also blackened bits, and there's also post bits. So like we're trying to always like push the envelope out. We said like, oh, it's chaotic metal, but I don't know what that means. Even I don't know what that means. It's really hard to say. I think fundamentally we're just like a metal band. I hate that, because I appreciate subcategories.
Sure.
As a guy who's been into metal for most of my life, but being able just to say we're like a metal band and we kind of do what we feel makes sense to us, that's the real joy of it, you know.
Sure. Were there any like key bands or artists that were influences like right back in the early days?
Like back then, I think we wanted to be like a bit more techie, a bit more mathy about it, so that's kind of that holdover in terms of what we have. So like Dillinger was a big influence. Dillinger kind of, but then you get like melodic death metal bands like Hate Eternal. Carbon was obviously an influence of that kind of mathy element to it. Oh man, it's really difficult. I mean, there's just so much stuff all over the place.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean we're all just kind of fans of a lot of different types of metal. Like I'm a big fan of kind of grindy stuff, power violence, hardcore-y stuff, and that kind of transfers into more modern bands like, you know, Kublai Khan, and Silosis for like the kind of thrashy sections of stuff, and Trivium. So really all over the shop, really. It's super hard to kind of say who specifically, because we pull from all different kinds of places.
Brilliant. Cool. So of course this year you have released City 17 and The Night Does Not End.
Yeah.
City 17, evil as hell. Fucking loved it. Brilliant. Are you potentially building up to a bigger release, given your last album was all the way back in 2023?
That's correct, yeah. I will say that the current stuff that's out, it stands alone. That was our plan, to kind of have it be a standalone thing, because we've been working hard on this new album. There is an album coming, and we are due to record it this year. However, I think what we've been doing, it's kind of like we really wanted to give ourselves, I think, with that release, the space to really focus in on what's the scope of the thing, how do we want it to sound, what kind of like ideas do we really feel confident in. And right now, as we're speaking, we're right in the middle of that groove, and I can tell you, it's coming along great. It's really, really something. It takes kind of, it's still burner, but at the same time, we're really taking a lot of the I want to say experimental, but like especially the kind of further afield stuff, like the post stuff, and we're kind of putting our own flavor to it in a way that makes the sound even bigger than it's ever been, while at the same time there's enough thrashy trap them-esque, hard nod your head, you know, throw your hands type shit that people will love it. And we're hopefully trying to do both, and I think it will pay off. So.
Brilliant. Can't wait to hear it. So you guys played 2000 Trees last year, and now you're playing the sister festival, ArcTangent. How would you compare the two festivals?
I think ArcTangent definitely is the more eclectic of the two. I mean, both have obviously quite diverse lineups, but I think the overall theme here is like a lot of these bands are very weird, and I say that endearingly, like,
yeah, of course,
like they're weird, but like they're weird in this passionate, deeply intimate way where these musicians, they know the kind of thing they want to do, and they know the kind of experience they want to provide, and so you can go into it and get an entirely different flavor all over the place. Trees, it feels like it kind of walks maybe more of a line that I can see, okay, where you get kind of like pop punky type bands, you get bands that play stuff more instrumentally, but at the same time you do have a space for heavier bands, and it feels like that kind of scope is a bit more recognizable. But here it's a bit weirder, it's a bit all over the place, and maybe that means that, you know, it gets a bit pushed into the kind of heavier end or the harsher end of things. But at the same time, I mean, I think, you know, the festivals have to be different. They have to have the things that make people want to go to them, you know, one or the other. And I think, it's a real pleasure. I will say that ArcTangent was a festival we always wanted to play for, like, since we started as a band. We were like, what are our goals? Well, we really like to play ArcTangent, and here I am. So it's worked out pretty well.
Oh, brilliant, awesome. Speaking of live shows, though, you guys have done some amazing looking shows recently, supporting Evil, I'm Pointing to Serve, Desert Storm, Silosis, and fucking Deicide. Like, so, could you point to one as like a highlight of your career?
I think it was honestly the Silosis Ask.
Okay.
We played with Suffocation as well, and that was insane. But I think it was really because it's weird because you play with like legacy bands, you know, like I'd say legacy bands, but like, you know, like classics of the genre, Deicide, Suffocation. You're like, okay, why am I here? What am I doing?
Yeah.
But like, I think with Silosis, the Ask was a testament to us, like the stopping power of our music. Mm-hmm. You know, because you know you can. God bless Tyler, our agent. He's amazing. But you know, getting on a slot for like a big band, it almost feels like you could kind of get anyone as long as they're heavy enough. Sure. But when somebody who's touring, who's a really active band, who's, you know, still growing their career, Silosis are obviously like a household name at this point in British metal, but they're still growing. They still need to get international. They still need to get even bigger to really get to those heights. And I think the Ask was amazing to us because it came and it completely floored us. And for us, it was this moment where it was like, there's stopping power to our music. You know, this is enough that they want us, and people really engaged with it. And I think, it was exciting to kind of join a band that had inspired us in a lot of ways, in very intimate ways, in terms of the songwriting, in terms of all that kind of stuff. So I think that whole run of shows was something that I'll never forget. It was really, honestly, when I got the call, I was floored. I could not believe it, man.
I'll bet. Incredible. Cool. So beyond this weekend, though, what does the rest of 2025 have in store for Burner?
At the minute, that's mostly just writing. We are going to play a few more shows. We are going to try to get more stuff locked down for the remainder of the year. But for the most part, it's just about focusing on what we have, really refining it. Because you can write demos, you can kind of get an idea of like, this is what it's going to be. But it's only really about like when you get in a practice room and you try it all together that you really see what the track is, what it needs, what it feels like to play live, and try to squeeze really the most potential out of it. The good news is, kind of taking this long to kind of write the record has really given us the time to step back from ourselves and say, okay, what does like Burner sound like? And at the same time, what do we want to do? And how do we bridge that gap between what Burner sounds like to everybody and what we want to do as a band? And I say that in a way that might frighten a lot of people, but I can reassure you that it's heavy as shit. And I don't say that just for the hype. I say it as somebody who likes nasty guttural death metal and, you know, all that stuff. Now, Burner is not nasty guttural death metal, but we're pretty intense.
Hey, you got the
we've got the guttural shit. So like, you believe me that the intensity is still there, but there's some stuff we want to do around the edges that really lifts the whole scope of what we're doing, the albums we're putting out, to another level. And trust me, what we've got right now cooking over it's hot shit.
Brilliant. Cannot fucking wait to hear it, man. Cool, so we're nearly done, but I'm ending all these interviews this weekend with the same random quick-fire questions that have nothing to do with anything. Think as long or as short as you like. Just random questions to see us through. So I'm starting with the absolute classic: tea or coffee?
Tea.
You're my third tea person the entire weekend.
Well, you see, my partner's South African, so I try to avoid caffeine, so I drink rooibos tea, Red Bush. It's good stuff, no caffeine in it, tastes delicious. It's the real deal, man. Take it on tour all the time.
Oh, fantastic. Can you get that in like normal British shops?
Yeah, it's out there, man. Remember, we colonized the whole world. Tea's a big part of that.
There you go.
Yeah, it's all over the place, man.
Fair dues. Traditional metal or modern metal?
Oh God, modern metal. I think there's just way more diversity. You know, you can get weirder and crazier shit. And also because traditional metal was pushing the boundary, but modern metal is trying desperately to go even further.
Yeah.
And I think it's exciting to think of where is it going to go and what's it going to turn out as, even if that means producing stuff that sounds absolutely horrible and is just super intense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fair dues. Who inspires you?
Johnny Davey of Job for a Cowboy, Mitch Lucker of Suicide Silence. I guess those kinds of Guy Kozwiak from the Red Chord. Yeah, those kinds of vocalists for me. Yeah. It's like the 2000s deathcore vocalists, the kind of music I grew up with, and hearing those guys do their thing but trying to enunciate and really pushing it out there. That to me is just those people are just absolutely incredible. For as a vocalist, that's my wheelhouse. I respect those guys and I love them more than anything.
Brilliant. Mosh pit or standing at the barrier?
Oh God, oh man, that's really hard. It depends who it is, obviously, but I mean, I'd probably say pit. Probably. I'm getting older, man, so maybe not. I think at this point I'd be happy to stand at the barrier, but I don't know what I get out of that unless I really love it. So I'll say pit. I'll go safe on pit and I'll say it's worth the pain.
Fair dues. Film or TV show?
Film, because I studied it and I work in that area. I work in scripted development.
Oh, sweet. Favorite film?
Apocalypse Now.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, man.
Brilliant choice. Summer or winter?
Going back to your previous question real quick. Apocalypse Now, it will influence our album in a lot of different ways.
Okay,
so
yeah.
Take that as you will.
Yeah.
Okay, summer or winter? Probably winter. I just like the feel. Like, I love summer. This is nice, right?
Yeah.
But I like the feeling a little bit more of like being inside, all cozy and stuff. It does not compare to. It's infinitely better. Like being inside when it's all cold outside and it's warm inside and you're all snuggled up. That to me is like way better than summer being outside for me.
Fair enough. Past or future?
future at all times. You can only, the future is uncertain. We don't know what's going to happen, but the past is just a lesson to be learned in life. You can only take the lessons from the past into the future.
Fair enough. And final question, favorite burner song?
Oh man. Oh God. Jesus, that's a hard one. Oh, you really did save the best one for last, didn't you? I mean, I'll say A Vision at the End from our first EP, because I think it says absolutely everything that I wanted to say at the time about the environment in this kind of like existentialist message. And while it's not a perfect song, it's pretty damn good. And I think it's like the kind of blueprint for all the other stuff that I want to write. It's got the big riff. It's got the big riff and the breakdown. It's got the post element. It's got the tension. It's got the hardcore bits. It's got the techie bits. All of that. I think a lot of it, you listen to it and that's Burner. You could listen to that track, that's Burner, that's who we are. That's the one, man.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, man. It's been an absolute pleasure. I've been Chris with The Razor's Edge. I'm here all weekend. We'll see you in the next one.
Thanks for listening. Make sure you keep up to date with all of our interviews by subscribing to our channel. For all the latest news, reviews, interviews and more, head over to our website www.therazorsedge.rocks.